blame, you net it.
I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some shit, stick it in the bullroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some shit, stick it in the bullroom. E-pop got me waiting 3 more hours. Taking all these years higher than a tower. Having all these nodes feel like superpowers. Investing all this bread, never been a coward. Call me Mr. Bond, money in the vault. I stay in the farm, feeling like the goal. Don't worry about the haters, not the detonator. I'll kill in every market, call me Terminator. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Should stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some should stick it in the ballroom.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to EMP.Money. My name is AJ, I am the team lead, and this is our Monday AMA. We are moving to a 2 AMA a week schedule, so it's been hard. I haven't talked to a lot of you guys. I feel some withdrawals, but we've been super busy behind the scenes, and this will allow our AMAs to be a lot more clear and concise and to the point. So, as always, I'm joined by my 2 co-hosts with the most and team members, Bull and LA. How are you guys? Good. Oh, I'm hoping
Pretty
so.
good.
Yeah, I didn't know if I lost you or not. So yeah, I know. Yeah. And how about you, Bull?
Oh yeah, ladies first, though, of course.
For sure. Awesome. Well, as always, glad to have all of you here. And without further ado, we're going to jump right in. We have a very special guest today. We're going to bring him on in 1 minute, but I'll give a little bit of background. So we are really excited to be the official launch partners, along with a few other trusted protocols, of the Alpha Shares Marketplace. So we've been working with Tyler, who you're going to hear from in a minute, as well as Randy, who just had his baby today. So congrats and shout out to Randy, their marketing lead. But yeah, we're excited. We have always been looking for more NFT marketplace partnerships, and we were approached a few weeks ago. Well, we've been in talks for over a month now, but now that everything is live, we really like what Alpha Shares is doing. They are really putting their focus on the community. I think a lot of large NFT marketplaces, they just set it up and then forget about everybody. But Alpha Shares has a great plan on actually promoting these NFTs through a lot of community-based incentives. And again, I'll let Tyler go over all that. But anyway, how are you, brother? Welcome to the show. Tyler from Alpha Shares. Happy to have you, bro.
Hey, thank you for the introduction. Awesome stuff. Awesome way you guys run things over here. I have a lot of projects I know look up to EMP.Money, and I know that even us ourselves, there's a lot of things that you guys are doing in a really fantastic way, and it's always great to be connected on a stage with another any amount of a team. It doesn't have to be a founder. It doesn't have to be a community member. It doesn't matter who it is. Being connected with a team that is legitimate and doing some ambitious things, I love it. So
Totally.
thank you for having me up today.
Yeah, brother, no doubt. The feeling is mutual. I know, I see a lot of these projects get, crazy TVLs when the team behind the scenes is like, has no idea what they're doing. And you guys are the exact opposite of that. And anytime that we kind of put together an official partnership or co-marketing, I mean, we do our due diligence, and yeah, you guys are the real deal. I mean, I know there's been some turbulence, just like us. Anything in a bear market and getting up and running always takes trial and error. But I love what you guys are doing, and we can talk a little bit more about that towards the end. We have about half an hour, and then we'll do our own AMA after for those of you that want to hang out. But I guess on the high level overview of Alpha Shares, Tyler, and I'll pull up the my screen in the background and kind of show people around while you're talking. But yeah, brother, maybe give us a background of why you wanted to have a marketplace, maybe the things that make your marketplace different, and also maybe the NFTs of your own, the wolves that you guys are doing. So yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, of course, of course. So really, I mean, I think that in this current market, I think it's quite important to pitch a project in a way that gives people a foundational understanding of why a project started and why it's doing what it's doing. I think that even like you said yourself, there are a lot of projects that the founders, the leaders have no idea what they're doing, but they amass massive TVLs. And I think that that was a byproduct of a bull market with money, so much money flowing around. But I think that with that bull market flowing away and the bear market here, I think a lot more people are far more apt to do their due diligence on a project, on why did this project even start? What is the reason for it? What are they hoping to accomplish? And I think that it's important to kind of go from that foundational viewpoint instead of just leaping right into, oh, this is what we're doing right now. And so I don't want to blabber too much. I think that I've structured this pretty well where I can get through it quickly. But I'll give you guys the foundation from the beginning. I come from a real estate background. I've been in cryptocurrency since 2016 in terms of buying my first little bit of Bitcoin. I've been trading in cryptocurrency since 2017. First time ever checking out a decentralized exchange was, I don't know, 2018 or so. And then, really got heavy into it in the 2021, 2022 bull run. And at the time, though, I've only been doing real estate, but I wanted to look into what is a way that I could utilize this really cool new technology that is basically an immutable ledger, something that is completely transparent and showcases ownership of things. And you can think about it from a concept of tokens, because the ledger is still there and it's immutable, and it can track whoever owns what tokens and how it interacts with wallets. But NFTs really interested me on how they can really prove ownership in something, and not just prove ownership in something, but prove exclusive ownership in something. An NFT collection is something that's capped, it's limited, it's exclusive. And if you own something there, then it can prove that you own a fraction, a percentage, a share of that entire collection. And my idea originally was, how could I go and leverage this in the real estate sense, where I've got a pretty substantial portfolio of rental properties that are furnished rentals for corporate travelers. And what would well, I guess in a traditional Web 2 sense, how do you expand that business? And one way to expand it is to go to investors and raise money, have them go and basically give you the capital to purchase more properties. And then you spin up those rentals into cash flowing investments and pay back those investors. Cool. But what if, and this was the what if you could do that with NFTs? What if you could go buy a $500,000 rental property that seemed promising, purchase it, and then go offer a series of 10,000 NFTs for $50 a pop? You mint them for $50. If you minted out that entire collection, well, the entire home would be therefore purchased. And whoever owned one out of those 10,000 NFTs would technically own 1/10,000th of that house and earn 1/10,000th of that rental income. And there are legal ways that you can really legally structure it, where you can point the deed of trust to the blockchain. But when it comes to the dispersal of those funds, especially when it comes to the actual equity ownership in the real estate or the equity ownership in the rental investment income that's coming from it, that gets quite convoluted and quite a legal nightmare on how to make that happen. And so instead of going that route, we actually went the route of what's another industry in the space that comes close to real estate. Real estate being a $1 trillion industry, what is something else that we can target that even comes close to that? And the NFT market at the time was a $10 billion industry when we started to pursue this in March of 2022. OpenSea, LooksRare, biggest platforms out there. They're the biggest market shareholders, if you will, of this $10 billion industry. They were each doing $100 million per day in daily trading volume on their platforms, and taking a 2 to 2.5% fee meant that they were making a minimum of $2 to $2.5 million per day in profit off of their fee. And this was real profit. There wasn't Ponzi-nomics. This wasn't new people investing. This weren't people paying node fees, performance fees, stuff like that. No, or maintenance fees rather. This was straight up platform as a service, software as a service. It takes fees when people interact. Every marketplace is like that, but we were like, hey, dude, what if we could take 1% of one of these big players' market shares? That would be substantial. That's still 1% of $2 million a day that we could then take and share some of that. We knew that these types of businesses are so scalable, almost to the moon with platform as a service, with being able to reach anyone through technology, that it can grow to a point where not only could the fees produced scale the team and help the team grow and help the company work and be how it is, but in a traditional sense with OpenSea or LooksRare, well, they raise all their money through venture capital and private equity, and they pay back the majority of those fees that they earn back to the private equity, the venture capital firms, so on and so forth. Well, we didn't have all that money. And so we actually went the route of launching a reflection token in February of 2019 or 2020, February 19th of 2022. And it went really well. It's called Alpha Nodes. It played off the node projects at the time. We weren't a node project, but we did print node tokens. So Thor, VPND, Fire, all those tokens that were popular at the time. We were just a reflection token that taxed both buys and sells. But would print in node tokens. And so we played off the hype of reflection tokens, of a bit of Ponzi-nomics back then, but we made sure that people knew the idea of this project was to grow treasury. And that treasury was going to be used to put into some sort of income producing opportunity and platform that would be able to be split back to the people that hold future NFTs that we will release. And so it's safe to say, and I'm very happy to say, that we've really fully accomplished all of that. We went and we raised quite a bit of money with that reflection token that enabled us to go and deploy that capital into producing and creating this marketplace with our awesome co-founder and lead developer, John, Bad Shogun. We've been able to do everything that we said we would, which is release this marketplace. It first launched on Avalanche. We launched it with a collection called the Alpha Pack. The Alpha Pack is a series of 10,000 wolves. And the same example that I gave to you before about 10,000, a series of 10,000 NFTs for that home. Well, now we have a series of 10,000 NFTs that's for our marketplace. So the marketplace is something that produces income. That income, 70% of all of the income, the fees produced on the trading on our platform, they go back proportionally to you as a holder of an Alpha Pack NFT. So it's all automatic. It's all smart contracts. It utilizes our reward token. So it immediately goes, someone buys a $100 NFT. The seller of the NFT receives $97.50, the $2.50, 2.5% fee. It's taken, purchases alpha, and that alpha is distributed to holders. So very automatic system. It's the perks of blockchain technology, contracts, smart contracts rather. Very, very cool. But what we ended up noticing, and this is the final point that I'll toss it back to you for some questions. I don't want to really talk your ear off the whole time. But what we ended up realizing was that the market shifted, and the market isn't what it once used to be. And even OpenSea and LooksRare, they're not doing $100 million a day anymore. Sometimes OpenSea hits close to that still, but it's a completely different market from what it once was. And now instead of going and trying to target just trading volume, pure trading volume, we're seeing that there are other companies, startups, Blur.io is a great example of one, that they're being funded by millions and millions of dollars, and their sole goal is to get trading volume. It is to incentivize trading volume. It is to provide airdrops. It is to provide incentives and returns and rewards for people with big name NFT collections to go to their site and to trade and to then in return, they then receive that trading volume and they receive retained customers on their own marketplace. That is one strategy, but as a strategy that is an uphill battle if we were to fight that, and we don't have millions of dollars. And could we raise VC funds? Absolutely. Could we compete? 100%. But we want to do things in a very foundational and organic fashion, where instead we wanted to look at what value can we provide as our current marketplace in this market, and that is as a launchpad. We've noticed that a lot of launchpad services that are out there is they offer their launchpad services, which is taking care of contracts, taking care of art, taking care of metadata, and then launching them on a mint page, allowing the users of that community, the holders, to go and mint an NFT. Great. But it's very disjointed. It's very disconnected. Most launchpads, you go to some random website URL, you mint your NFT, then maybe you go back to the landing page of the project, or maybe you go to OpenSea or something else. It's just a very broken customer journey. And for projects that need a very streamlined customer journey, that's what we want to provide with Alpha Shares. We have a very robust team. The entire team is robust when it comes to even our outreach team, our special ops team, our development team, our community management team. What we do is we provide a hub, a community for new projects to launch their projects, and for existing projects to get more visibility out there. No other marketplace is going to situate themselves like we have, which is basically being the best friend to the projects that launch with us. You get to talk directly with me as a project founder. If you're a project founder, we make sure we can cater to your needs on your collection page, on your mint page. We put you up in front of AMAs, events. We have our own AMAs and Discords. We have our NFT conference. We really want to truly be a community-based NFT marketplace. And the fact of the matter is we are already truly the first in the world one of its kind, truly decentralized and community owned NFT marketplace. So there's a really big long pitch. I did give you the full foundation there. Opened it up for any questions if you want. I can sometimes talk your ear off, man. So I want to give it back to you first.
Yeah, no, brother, I love it. Again, that was incredible, and really outlined everything that drew me to you guys to begin with. I mean, we are an OpenSea, we are an NF trade, but those are the big dogs, and they really don't provide any further support once we're listed. I mean, obviously, we're getting a 5% royalty on all the NFTs, but to have something more community-based, more, an area in which part of your fees and part of your mission, goes to actually promoting these projects. I think that is where a lot of these other larger platforms have failed tremendously. And so, yeah, I mean, I saw the vision from day one. I love that you guys are an all-in-one solution as well. I know you're minting a robot NFT right now, the robot feeling. So again, helping other projects come to life. And yeah, I mean, all around is killer. Another really cool thing that I showed while you were talking is you guys actually display the NFT rarities on the site, and that is bullish. I mean, again, some platforms do, some platforms don't. Sometimes you have to go to a third party like NFT Sniper to know rarities, but all of the traits are there shown, and you're cross-platform. So again, our Power Up NFTs, which are our ETH NFTs, are viewable, and both the Sentinel Squadron and the Detonator Defenders on the BNB chain are also there. So again, an all-in-one solution, all in one spot. And again, I mean, we've seen so many scams pop up with imitation NFTs, and knowing that we have a few select partners that you can guarantee they're the right NFTs is also a major benefit to us as well as an NFT centric project. So yeah, I love it. Anything else you're going to add on those points? I don't know. Do you have future goals? I know you guys literally just launched. 2 weeks ago? I think earlier this month, if that. And I know now you're ramping up a lot of marketing. I'm assuming, and yeah, maybe give me a 1 month roadmap as well.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. So we launched the marketplace on the Avalanche side when we launched our Alpha Pack collection, which is also on Avalanche, and that happened in August. So we've been around on the Avalanche chain since August. We've really been doing our due diligence, finding out, we've launched, I think, over 5 or 6 projects on Avalanche that are paid Launchpad services. And we really were trying to gauge, what is everything that needs to be supplied on that side? How can we kind of learn the ropes here so that when we branch out onto these bigger chains, we're ready to go? And so we've done that since August on Avalanche. It was actually just last week, just 1 week ago, last Monday, that we fully opened up the marketplace onto Ethereum, and the Ethereum is the big push right now. We did open it up though also onto Binance Smart Chain, Phantom, Arbitrum One, and Polygon. However, we only added a couple collections on those chains, of which we did add both of your Binance Smart Chain collections because we love what you guys are doing. I think that you're actually one of two, or maybe there 2 or 3 or something like that of the collections on the Binance side. We're currently in the process of actually queuing up new launch partners to go explode into February onto those new chains.
For sure.
But I'm very happy to have you guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely, brother. And yeah, forgive me. I know you guys have been building a while now. I know you've been really heavily involved on Avalanche, but now seeing you over on BNB and obviously ETH mainnet, where all the money seems to reside, I think that will really help you get a portion of the market share. And yeah, we were invited to a Twitter space with you guys last week as one of the launch partners. That went really well. There was I think over 500 people in that Twitter space at one point. So you guys already been putting in the effort as far as marketing and really trying to grow the Alpha Shares marketplace. So yeah, man, I'm really excited. It's awesome to have you. I will take some questions. Bull or LA? I know LA, you and I have kind of been spearheading all the NFT marketing. And when we were approached by again Alpha Shares, we were excited, especially the rarities and the traits. But yeah, LA or Bull, anything you guys want to comment or any questions? And then we can take a
Well,
few from the audience as well. But yeah, go ahead, Tyler.
yeah, right before the questions come in, I do just want to cover a couple more things about that I think are exciting and upcoming. Because as I was saying, yes,
Please.
we've really proven ourselves on Avalanche, but and this is the branch out onto those other chains. But we've got so much more going on than just that. In addition, well, like you said, the rarities, we do have rarities that are currently showing. When you go and you click on an NFT, you can see the different percentages, blah blah blah. It's actually it's nice, it's awesome, but we want it to be even more fully featured. And so, even coming up soon here in the next few weeks, we've got a series of updates coming that will have a bunch of added feature sets. So this is going to have stuff like full on collection orders, floor price offers. It's going to have different rarities, rarity sniping, rarity traits, placing orders, hopefully based on rarities. That might not be right away, but we're trying to come up with that as soon as possible. We're also going to have the ability to have just-in-time ordering, which is basically makes it so that most transactions can just be done with a signature. And then once the person that's buying the NFT fully executes their buy, then the trade is executed, they pay the gas, and you listing an NFT, you never have to pay gas. So there's a couple of things that we want to make sure that the user experience here is second to none. No one's going to be better than us. And then that's going to additionally help us grow this foundation, because why would anyone want to go anywhere else? Last and final point that I'll give is, and then I'd love to take questions, is just around what we have upcoming with our new drop. So the Alpha Pack collection, of which actually I do have to run right after this AMA, but I trust you, AJ, that you can pick someone. I'd love for you to pick someone in your community. However you want to do a giveaway, I'd love to give someone here that's listening an Alpha Pack NFT. We can pick that at the end. You let me know privately who won, and we can give it to them.
Amazing. Yeah, brother. We will for sure. Go ahead. Yeah.
Perfect. And so that's still minting. We're about 75% of the way minted through there. What that does is, like I said before, it gives you ownership of the marketplace, but we continue to build. So we continue to do more than just this. We continue to find where's there opportunity in this space and what can we take up on. And one of the biggest opportunities we're taking up on here very, very soon is with our new headquarters that's down in Paraguay. So our co-founder actually has family that's Paraguayan. It's enabled us to be able to establish our business down in Paraguay, which is quite a bit more of a tax haven. It enables us to do some different things with government support, especially Bitcoin mining. So proof of work mining is another really big thing that we are pursuing here very soon. We are going to be managing an on-site with our co-founder, John, and his cousin, Bert. They both just moved and actually arrived about 24 hours ago to Paraguay. They have year-long leases there in apartments, and they are going to be living there to manage on-site our upcoming Bitcoin mining operation. Paraguay, just to really quickly touch on that, because I don't want to have this be too much time, but Paraguay, 3 cents per kilowatt hour for power costs there. They're one of the world's highest producers of hydroelectric energy. They have some of the world's largest rivers and some of the world's largest hydroelectric dams. They produce so much power, they actually export a lot of it to Brazil. They produce more than they even need. That means that the cost is so cheap that it enables us to have an amazing opportunity. And so we're actually dropping our own series of mining NFTs here very soon. The white paper will be going out by the end of this week. That's going to announce how either communities and their treasuries or community members themselves with the public round can get involved and fractionally own a piece of this crazy operation. I mean, the fact that the power cost is at 3 cents per kilowatt hour, with power being the only determiner really of profitability besides difficulty. But obviously, as difficulty goes up, people that have certain power costs, they get pushed out, and we get stuck there looking like, hey, we have the lowest power cost around town. We're always going to be online. So very excited about that. That's what's coming up next. That's going to hopefully give a big boost to the marketplace, the trading. We have so much interaction on that. But I'm going to leave it back to you. I think you got some questions for me. I know that we only have a few more minutes as well, but thank you, AJ, for letting me kind of blab here
Yeah,
and have a
brother.
space for it.
No, I'm so glad you went into that at the end as well. I definitely want to make sure we talked about it again. Alpha Shares is the same team behind Momentum, and yeah, I mean, obviously, in the bear market, we always have some turbulence launching, but you guys really righted the ship, and I'm excited for that. I mean, I've been following that project for a while now. Again, as you said, one of your co-founders is actually moving to Paraguay. He and as well as you, I believe, are fully doxxed, and so that's also really important to the space. I think we've seen all these horrible rugs and all these projects that are fly by night and not building and not trying to really deliver value. Go by the wayside, and so now it's about transitioning focus on projects that really are delivering. And I'm excited for what you guys are building. Again, I love that fractional mining model. One of our most successful partnerships was with Hydro Whales and is with Hydro Whales. And so that is the same sort of concept. But you may even be getting your power even cheaper than they do. So that's promising. And yeah, man, I know that we're excited for, even protocol to protocol support, as well as, again, this partnership on the marketplace. So yeah, really excited. When, real fast, when is that mint going to go live on the miners? Is that sooner or later? Or yeah, I don't recall seeing a date.
It
So yeah.
No, it's gonna be soon. We've been trying to get a bunch of ducks in order. John, like I just said, I mean he was traveling for the past week. He had to meet up with a cousin that's out in Alabama, and then they flew out, and it takes about 18-20 hours to get to Paraguay. He only got there a little over 24 hours ago, jet lagged, still trying to get everything in order. So very soon here, we're all going to be able to connect, finish the final touches on the white paper, put that out, and probably also give a date on the release of the NFTs. But also what you mentioned about Hydro Whales, love what they're doing. They were, and we're very transparent about this. Big incentivizer for us to see the value in this type of thing, see that it does take off and that people want to get involved. We are, though, very happy to say, though, and I do talk with Sam from Hydro Whales pretty often. Love that he's so open with connections. I think he's going to even help us out, providing us another resource for sourcing our miners from, which is great. We'll see if it compares well with our current resources. But the great thing about what we're doing is that, yes, we have a power cost that is substantially cheaper than even them. I mean, it's substantially cheaper than anyone that we've ever heard about, because I know, at least for me, and I haven't heard about this otherwise, every single fractionalized mining operation that I've come across, they actually don't manage the mining operation themselves. They're raising funds, they're taking those funds, they're purchasing miners. And obviously, the better they could purchase those miners for, if they've got great connections and purchase at cheap prices, that creates opportunity in and of itself. However, they are really just purchasing miners and then sending them off to another place that's going to be managing them for a performance fee. And so the profits that they generate are post-performance fee and then split. With us, we're direct to management. Literally, we buy the miners, we put them in our own facility, we manage them. John will be live streaming, showing off the facility to our holders. It's going to be far more direct, and I've never seen anyone else do it like this. So we're very excited. Don't want to toot my own horn, but I want to just really make that differentiation, because I think this is what makes us so much more impactful than any other operation like it.
For sure. No, absolutely. Those are great points. And again, shout out to Sam and Hydro Whales. I mean, I love that protocols working together, and that's what we pride ourselves on as well. I mean, even with you guys behind the scenes, like I've already been brainstorming with Randy on how we can come up with some really unique concepts that help the marketplace. For instance, one idea we were talking about was basically a marketing co-op where these top projects on alpha shares are able to pool their money to get large influencers to cover the platform. And, again, just to have people that are in it for the right reasons and want to support each other rather than making it, some sort of a market share competition, that's really where our vision is. And I think that aligns really well with what you guys are doing, for sure.
Absolutely, man. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Awesome, brother. All right, cool. Well, we'll take a few questions, and then we'll get into our own AMA. But Bull or LA, we'll start with you guys. And then, again, I see one question already on YouTube that we can clarify. And yeah, if anybody else has any questions, please ask on YouTube. We will be drawing a winner for one of the Alpha Pack NFTs from YouTube. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, and we'll draw a winner at the end of this AMA, and bonus points if you're typing a comment. So yeah, LA Bull, go ahead.
No, it sounds really awesome, and I'm well versed in mining, so those are really kind of the big things, right? A power footprint, what you get the devices at, do you actually control the facility? And I realize that this isn't the whole part of the project, but this is what you ended with, so Tyler, so this is what I'm going to mention. And I love the idea, and I always have. It's why I love Hydro Whales. I love the people from Hydro Whales. And this is a good idea because it's not practical for so many people to engage in mining, especially with ASIC equipment, and putting the power back in people's hands to decentralize that network is really obviously one of the core elements of crypto, of Bitcoin. And yeah, so hats off to you. Awesome job. I hope all of that works out for you. I'm really interested in seeing the tour of that facility whenever you start live streaming that. So make sure you let everybody over here know about that, because I love watching walkthroughs like that. So good luck, man.
Absolutely. Thank you. Will do.
Yeah.
Can't wait to show it off.
Yeah, totally. Well, and that brings up a question I had. So are you guys actually gonna have like a secure facility, or are you using more of the shipping crate model? Like, what does the actual mining facility what is that gonna look like from a logistical standpoint?
So both. It's going to be, we're going to have our own facility, but most likely the way that we're going to do and how we have it set up right now is 40-foot or 20-foot shipping containers. So it's really both.
All right, perfect. Yep, that answers it. Awesome, brother. All right, and then LA, anything you want to add? I know you and I were geeking out over the statistics. Again, having it all on one page where we don't have to go to multiple different platforms to know the rarities. Fun fact, the baguette is the rarest defender. So shout out to Charlie on that one. That one was the one that ended up minting the least. So, but yeah, LA, go ahead. Anything you want to add?
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite part of the platform. I'm shocked that more marketplaces haven't done that yet. So I was really excited to see that when I logged on the first day that it launched. So I'm really excited about that. About everything you were covering tonight. Definitely want to hear more details about the launch of that stuff. So I'll be eagerly awaiting. But I don't have any more. I don't have any more specific questions. I think you did a great job of covering everything.
Yeah, I do my best. I try to make it so that people don't have any questions to ask, or else I felt like I did something wrong.
Yeah, no doubt. That means you're doing the right thing. So, all right, killer. And do you have plans on adding? I know you touched on it a little bit with the floor sweeper and some other implementations, but do you have other plans on even more analytics in terms of these collections as well?
100%. So I was actually just talking, I had an AMA with our community right before this, and I was letting them know the same thing. Everyone wants more analytics. Everyone wants more data. We currently take data in many different forms, whether it's through, our backend partners that run our CDN and our metadata, or whether it's directly through, other services like Amazon Web Services, AWS, or if it's just directly through the polls on our CMS of our marketplace. We get a lot of data, but that data is very disjointed and it's kind of all over the place. And so for us to be able to provide it in a clear and concise format to the user, it's a bit of a lift. And so instead of lifting that now, we're going to be focusing on the shift over to those new systems. That's going to now allow us to have the collection ordering, a completely different order book management system. And that's going to allow us to provide all that data in a much more concise way. So very soon here.
All right, great news. Awesome. All right, well, I have two questions on YouTube, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up and let you go. The first one is more of a just a clarification, and yeah, these are the same guys behind Momentum. Again, I know there was a little bit of turbulence in the launch phase of Singularities, but correct me if I'm wrong. Part of the income from the new mining operation will be going to support the Momentum platform as well. You just want to talk about that real fast, Tyler?
Sure, yeah. So Momentum, it was a DeFi protocol that the AlphaShares team did launch, and we utilized that as a way to get back to our DeFi roots because we launched Alpha Nodes as a reflection token, and to also test out some technology that we wanted to make sure would work well as a stabilizer. Stabilizer worked actually very, very well. What ended up happening was the way that a stabilizer works is it kind of removes the traditional way an AMM works, an automated market maker. So any typical DEX token pair that you trade with, when someone sells into a typical pair, well, the price goes down. When the price goes down, the impact is less and less and less because the amount of tokens that you sell becomes lesser in value as the price goes down. And it makes it so that you can't really ever run out of liquidity. However, the stabilizer, it goes and actually adjusts that pair, maintains the price no matter what happens. And we ended up seeing an event that we could not foresee where people went and sold deeply into the BUSD side of the liquidity and brought it to pretty much near zero. The stabilizer worked fantastically and actually worked all the way up until there was about $13 left in the BUSD side, which was very surprising to us. It was quite a bit of a headache. It was a very stressful time, but we came through it. The entire premise of the Momentum project was to basically grow this treasury, keep a stable token, and transition from the bonding mechanism that we started out with into the Singularity. We started that transition. The Singularity came out about a week before the shit kind of hit the fan, if you will. But people wanted to gamify the system and play it a little bit more than just directly get into the Singularity. But yes, you're right. And the way that the Singularity works is we've raised a few $100,000 with the Momentum Treasury, and that Momentum Treasury will be purchasing a large number of the preferred round of NFTs. And that is how it will have a very large percentage ownership in this mining operation. And so the profits that are returned to those NFTs, fractionally basically owning the mining operation, that then gets distributed to the Singularity. So it's a way, just to quickly touch on that too, it's a way for people to participate in this mining operation without having to be in a fixed barrier to entry NFT. You could just stake an arbitrary amount of tokens.
Perfect, man. You answered both questions I was going to follow up with right then and there. So yeah, again, I think the one was again how is the ownership going to be determined of the pool? But you said it perfectly that you'll be using part of that treasury from Momentum to actually buy these NFTs and then have a large ownership again through that fractionalized model. So all right, awesome. And again, I mean, shout out to you guys. I didn't mean to throw you a hard question. At the end there, you answered it perfectly, and I think that is a sign of true, professionalism, where projects like this can pivot. I mean, again, did Momentum, and that stabilizer work the way you guys had intended? No, but you weren't one to just give up and move on. You were able to pivot, and now you have a plan on recovering. And again, that's another beautiful part of what you guys are building. That's only one aspect of your overall umbrella. Again, whether it's the marketplace, whether it's Momentum, or now this actual mining operation. I think you guys are well diversified, and one complements the other. So again, awesome recap. And then one final question from our very own Connie Lynn: What chain will you be minting on for those fractional miner NFTs?
Great question. And so those are going to be released on Ethereum. More than likely, we definitely want to have the highest impact on them, get them in front of the largest amount of people. And so Ethereum definitely is the largest chain for that. So that will most likely be what it will be released on. So stay tuned for that. But then also, AJ, no tough questions around here. Anyone can ask me any question. I never consider them tough. If it's a question, then there's a reason for it, and it needs to be answered. So never feel like that. But thank you.
No doubt, brother. No, and again, that's why, that instills my confidence with you guys. We have that same sort of mentality of full transparency, and again, just trying to build awesome shit in the crypto space. I mean, this is all, cutting edge experimentation. It is risky, but I think that we're building some incredible projects for the future in both of our platforms. So, all right, brother. Well, again, I really appreciate your time. If there are any other further questions, you guys are pretty active. I would say probably more active in Discord as well. So why don't you pitch your socials real fast if anybody wants to follow up directly.
Yeah, sure. So everything is just /alphashares. So if you want to go to our Discord, it's just discord.gg/alphashares. Come check us out. Join in there. We are way more active in Discord than anywhere else, but we do always answer questions. So if you do have any, go pop in there. Put a question in the general chat, put in the AMA questions if you want to wait for our next AMA, or even shoot me an ad and shoot me a DM. Let me know in the general chat you did DM me. Sometimes the message requests get a bit pesky, but we always try to answer everybody's questions. And I do want to thank you real quick, AJ, and the team, Bull and LA. Thank you guys for having me up here on the AMA today. I do appreciate you giving me a space to talk about our project and everything that we have going on. I love how conversational it is. I mean, every time we've had you, AJ, up to on the NFT conference that we have, it's just amazing. You guys are doing some great things. You guys killed it with your mint that you had, where you guys had like the biggest mint on Binance. You guys are going to continue to set those records, and I can't wait to see that. So thank you for having me up here. And these are the true relationships and relationships with projects that we're looking to have. Just genuine, real, hardworking people. So thank you guys.
Awesome, brother.
You smashed it. You smashed it, bro.
Man, no doubt. Your feeling is mutual. And again, we are always happy to have you back. I'd love to do a follow-up AMA when you are ready to launch the mining mint. And again, thanks for giving away one of your alpha packs to our community. So we'll do that drawing at the end. Again, you have to be one of our commenters on YouTube. That's how we'll do it. So join us over there. So all right, awesome, Tyler.
Perfect.
We'll be in touch, brother. Thanks again. And again, everybody listening, please consider putting at least one or two of your NFTs over on the AlphaShare marketplace. Again, you can list them above mint, obviously. We don't want anybody selling their NFTs less than market value, but we definitely want to get some volume up over on AlphaShares. So please, again, consider listing your NFTs over there as well. So, all right, awesome. Well, we'll talk soon, my friend.
I love it. Yeah. Thank you. One last thing, because you did say that, and I want to say one, or I guess two things. Is for the winner that you pick, I'm going to be a little bit busy here right after I hop off this, so just shoot me a message in Discord. You know that we're going to make sure we get that to the person. I just don't know when I'll be able to respond tonight, but just shoot me that, and then for that call to action to people, I would love it. No rush, no forcing, to come to the marketplace. But the one thing I want to put out there is if you're active in trading NFTs, hey, if you own one of our Alpha Pack Wolves as well, you get to not only trade on a marketplace, but you get to own from your own trades, and you get to own from the fees on other people trading. We really want this community environment. You're not going to some dry, cold environment to go trade your NFTs. You're going to a place that you can literally say, I own a piece of this marketplace. I'm trading on my marketplace. So I can't wait to see you guys. Would love for you all to join our community. And whoever wins this alpha pack, you guys are going to be joining that community. So thank you so much, AJ. I'm going to shut up now. You guys, you go into your AMA. You got a lot to talk about, I'm sure.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, brother. Sounds great. Nope. There you have it, everybody. So, all right. Perfect. And yeah, please give us at least 24 hours to distribute the alpha pack. We are good for it, I promise. So, but yeah, amazing stuff. So, all right. On that note, we will go ahead and jump into our own AMA. I know a lot of you have had some questions over the weekend. We're going to go ahead and go over a lot more alpha of our own and how the rest of this week is looking to shape up. So, all right, give me 1 minute while I pull up my notes here. All right, I think we're good. Give me one more second. All right, I think we're golden. So again, a major shout out to AlphaShares and Tyler. Appreciate them coming on today. Make sure you go back and listen to the beginning part of this AMA if you have any further questions or want to clarify anything with what that entails. And please join their Discord as well. Again, AlphaShares Marketplace, and they will answer any other questions you may have. So I guess the big thing we can lead off is this is our anniversary week. So EMP.Money will be 1 year old on the 18th of January. Really excited for that. And LA, I'm going to throw it right to you. I know you and I and Bull and everybody behind the scenes, we've been trying to put together some surprises for the community all throughout this week. We have a special Twitter space on Wednesday and some major giveaways as well. So anything you want to add to that? I know you've also been collecting some of the greatest moments of EMP from some of our VIP members. So yeah, go ahead, LA.
Yeah, we're going to do it up big. We've got our anniversary on Wednesday. We're going to have a fun Medium article coming out that's going to highlight some of the best moments, both as a protocol and, as you just mentioned, some of the personalized, milestones that people have shared that they've reached. And we're going to have a big Twitter space on Wednesday. We have, I'll drop this little piece of alpha. I don't even know if you know this yet, but we have a special 1 year anniversary design that's going to be coming. And on Wednesday, it's going to go up into the merch store, which is finally launching tomorrow.
Amazing. I love it. Yes.
Yes, so the finishing touches are being put on that design. So and it looks like so killer. We've got Mike G, our graphic designer, working on it, but he outdid himself. So that's going to be going up into the store on Wednesday for everyone to get that, which is, it just looks so sick. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, we're going to be hosting some giveaways as well. So really
Amazing.
pumped about it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're always able to surprise me at the last minute too, LA. So yeah, again, a little alpha for all of you. A anniversary commemorative shirt, it sounds like. So yeah. And again, we'll get into this a little bit at the end. But the merch store should finally be live. I know we what we here to do right now, I guess. So LA, I
Yeah.
know you've been going back and forth. You know, unfortunately, everything that we do, and it's funny we talk about this as a team behind the scenes, but everything that we want to roll out and launch, we try to keep in house for these exact reasons. But it never fails. You know, DeFi is an interesting place. Crypto overall is an interesting place. We love our partner protocol that we'll be launching. This merch store, but you know, sometimes their time frames are not on our time frames. So LA, it sounds like you finally got it figured out, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I get frustrated with real world businesses because you have to go back and forth through emails and they seem to only check their emails once a day. And so getting things accomplished sometimes takes a lot longer than you would like it to.
Yeah, shame
But
on
we
them.
were,
Shame on them, right? Man, we're kind of
and they
lame
seem to take
business.
3-day
Yeah,
weekends.
yeah, right.
I
So,
I don't know what people do in business these days, but um, that being said, we were just waiting for them to add BUSD as our token of choice to our store because that's not one of their regular options, and we wanted to make sure we were able to accept BUSD. So that's finally done as of this evening, and so tomorrow, as soon as I log on, I will be putting up the launch announcements. So you can expect that early in the day tomorrow. The first day will be, the first 24 hours will be just for those who purchased the pre-sale packs in the Detonator Defenders. The first two designs, there's 8 options, but 2 designs are for Detonator Defender pre-sale buyers. And then on Wednesday, we'll shift to the 1 year anniversary design, which is going to be open to everybody. And then on Thursday, we'll be starting the 11 designs and kind of releasing them a couple a day over the next week from the Detonator Defenders. And anyone who owns a Detonator Defender is able to purchase those. And just in case you didn't hear me say it on one of the previous AMAs, but what you're purchasing is an NFT. And you can either immediately redeem it in and get your shirt or hoodie delivered, or you can actually sell those NFTs on OpenSea. If, you know, someone who doesn't own a Defender wants to get their hands on one of those designs, or someone who didn't purchase in the pre-sale wants to get their hands on on one of those designs, I'm pretty sure they will want one of those. So, you know, it's a cool opportunity. You're able to buy 2 of each, so you can maybe keep one for yourself and try to sell one. I mean, whatever floats your boat.
for sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. And again, once that marketplace is live, that'll make a lot more sense moving forward. But yeah, we're excited to have another gamification element to the merch store as well. So yeah, again, and shout out to you, LA, for all the hard work behind the scenes. Again, it's funny how, you know, all of us come from corporate corporate backgrounds, but actually working in crypto is a whole nother animal. I mean, we're 24/7 in crypto, and it's funny when we go back to, the larger projects and the more corporate structured projects is, yeah, like I said, they take off holidays and weekends and only check their email once a day. It's like, man, must be nice, right, LA? So we're always again building here, and we love it. I mean, again, that plays into what we're doing for the new year. Again, we'll have a lot more info on the final form. Again, we're literally working on the white paper as we speak. I know I've told a lot of on the previous AMAs that we have a
Oh,
40-page.
sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah, go ahead, LA.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
People are saying that the YouTube stream has gone offline.
Oh, is it? Okay. Hang on.
I didn't want you to go on this epic flow and
I
then find
know.
out
Yeah,
that
not have
on
people.
YouTube
Yeah,
heard it.
not have people. All right, can you guys hear me on YouTube in the comments? Um, Let me try to update the settings. Give me 1 second. Oh, it seems like we're okay. Hang on 1 second.
I can hear you fine on there, but a few people wrote that they couldn't.
All right, I think we're okay. Yeah, everybody's saying sounds good now, so it may be cutting in and out. So yeah, if it is, let me know and I can try to update the settings. But all right, I think we're good now. All right, awesome. So yes, back to what I was saying. Yeah, it's going in and out. It did crash. All right, apologies. Yeah, maybe refresh the YouTube link, and that might help you. Uh, respond. But in the meantime, my internet seems to be okay. So all right, if it is a problem, let me know. But all right, so yes, like I was saying, LA, what was my train of thought here before I go on this epic rant? Like you said, yeah,
I totally forget now.
me too. Uh, what?
Sorry.
Oh man, that's all right. No, no problem. Um, oh my goodness. All right. Well, if somebody can remind me,
Oh, we
well,
all
yeah.
came from corporate backgrounds,
Yes,
and
there you
then
go. Thank you. Yeah. So again, working with real world businesses, and I was going to go into the final form. So yeah, that again, we are building behind the scenes. I know that I've said all along that we were working on a 40-page document. Unfortunately, that will be absolutely overkill for the actual white paper and what we're going to build from. So we're in the process of making it a little bit more concise, really getting all of the mechanics boiled down to for everybody to understand. And once that is ready, then we'll finally be starting to release it. And there may be a very special anniversary surprise with the name of what we are moving into. Again, EMP.Money is still going to be here. There is an added feature now that we will have a new name for, and that plays into the final form. And really, everything fundamentally will operate similarly, but this will be a very unique way of accomplishing the goal that we have set out from day one, and that is to be the #1 passive income platform with exposure to Ethereum and now BNB as well. So really exciting stuff, and we are continuing to build. I know every day people keep asking about treasury injections and why is Peg going down, and that's going to segue into my next topic, I believe. But let me go ahead and pull up my notes real fast. Um, is it better on YouTube, everybody? Hopefully you guys are able to hear me. All right, so I'll get to the PEG relationship and API data and PEG and all that one more, but I just want to say that we have a full week ahead with AMAs. I know we have been doing Mondays and Thursdays for AMAs now. However, because it's our anniversary week, we have a special Twitter Space and AMA on Wednesday, and then we'll have a special guest on a new partnership protocol. Again, rolling out the partnerships left and right for Thursday. So you get a bonus AMA on our anniversary Wednesday, and that will hopefully be simulcast on Twitter as well. Again, we're going to experiment doing a Twitter space and our YouTube all at once. And I guess Telegram as well. So we'll see how all that goes. Again, more info as we get closer, and some more surprises and giveaways for our anniversary on Wednesday. So, all right. So, a lot of you have been asking about PEG, and then I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on some API issues, which again, those of you that may not even know what that means, I'll get into that too. But number one, let's start with PEG. And yeah, I mean, we have seen the price of EMP go up substantially. I mean, we were at, I think, almost 10 cents at the bottom, and now it's up over 12 cents. And that is because, again, as the price of Ethereum goes up, the price of EMP goes up as well. However, that doesn't necessarily affect PEG. So PEG, as we have said all along, is solely determined on the buying and selling pressure of EMP. So we're still seeing more selling pressure than buying pressure. Right now, it's been about even. We've been kind of plateauing at the current peg that we're in over the last few days, which is a great sign. But as long as there's more selling pressure than buying pressure, the peg goes down. And as long as there's more buying
But I hear
pressure,
Steamboat Mickey. I hear Steamboat Mickey in the background.
do you bullet? Yeah, I know. I'm with the kids again today. So I'm sorry for the background noise. But yeah, Steamboat Mickey is bullish on EMP for sure. So so yeah, my point is that as long as there's more buying pressure than selling pressure, that is when PEG goes up. And when ETH goes up as well, it does drag the PEG up with it, but it is a much less effect and a lagging indicator of PEG. So, but if you overlay the ETH chart and the EMP chart, they are almost identical. And again, that is because of the algorithmic nature of the pairing. So hopefully that helps. And then yeah, there has been some weird API data. Again, that is where Coinbase or CoinMarketCap or a lot of the large aggregators are reporting EMP being way higher, like 24 cents at one point today, because one of our initial launches was on a centralized exchange, Coin Tiger. Unfortunately, there's very, very low volume there, and so it messes with a lot of the reporting data on which those exchanges or platforms call the data from. So we are using the Chainlink Oracle, which is another awesome integration with Chainlink for true price feed data in real time. And all of that is on our website. So if you look at the price of EMP or eShare on our website, that utilizes the Chainlink Oracle, and that is the most accurate and up to date. So, and we'll have a full article coming out too on about our Chainlink integration as well. That's coming up soon, right, LA? Finally, after months.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's on Thursday.
Amazing. So again, an anniversary miracle. So yeah, we're excited to launch that as well. Once we do launch that, please make sure you help us spread the news and shout it from the rooftop. So, all right, awesome. Bull, anything you want to mention about Peg? I know, the infamous when Peg, Bull, when Peg. Oh, we lost him. Oh, there he is.
Oh yeah, no.
Right there.
No, I was just chatting with somebody. So Yeah, no, when peg, yeah, of course. It's a work in progress, right? And it'll be a grind back up to be on the so that we can develop, roll out, educate, and make sure that people can't use that the difference from right now what pegs at to 1.0. And making sure that the ecosystem's protected, every one of the investors here is protected from anybody that would want to swing trade it, and making sure that it fits into the rollout plan, so that, as we've always said, having those pieces in place so that we slide them into to place at the appropriate time, and making sure that everybody is aware of it. Maybe the fact after it happens, so that it can't be front run, of course, because by and large, most people in crypto here are good, but there are a few jokers out there that want to do scandalous things and make money off of people, even in the bear market. Not that they're bad people, just that, that makes it a lot harder to get back to peg when people do that. So, having that plan to get back, the plan to maintain, and the plan for people to earn, as you have always said, making sure that EMP and eShare have a lot more use case, or a lot more value by not selling it, by putting it to use. There you go. No secrets spilled.
All right, no doubt, Bull. Amazing. Again, I know if you're a Sherlock Holmes type, you could go back through our AMAs, and you could probably put together a lot of the Easter eggs and puzzle pieces for what final form will be. Again, just based on everything Bull has said, and we're really excited for it. Again, I know we keep teasing it, but it will be something revolutionary in the space, and we don't say that lightly for sure. So, all right, awesome. Thanks for again, Bull, getting everybody hyped early. Again, we are months away probably. Hopefully sooner than later. Once we have the white paper completed, again, we have mentioned this in many AMAs previous. We have a brand new team now as far as development. As far as the developers, Jesus, I can't talk. We have a total of 4 new contract developers that we are bringing on full time. Again, they're still contract based, but they're having a larger role here to help again give Jake a little more breathing room where Jake can really be high level. And we will have Jake on again too. I know a lot of you have been asking to hear from him. He's been super busy, just again getting all of this out. But we will make it a point to have Jake on at least a few AMAs every month to give some development updates. And these new guys, I mean, you guys will love these new developers as well. A lot of times I see them in the Telegram chat as we are on the live stream, and they have worked on huge projects. So we're excited to have them, and we'll be introducing them again as we continue to build and grow, and have added literally 4 new developers. 2 of them are full stack. One of them is front end only, and the other one is Solidity only. So between all 4 of them, and obviously Jake steering the ship, we can get a lot more accomplished in a shorter amount of time. So that's really bullish of what the future holds. And yeah, we are continuing to work on more and more partnerships. I know, some people have mixed feelings on partnerships. Again, we would never do anything to have it be a detriment to EMP. We're super careful on anything that we do integrate, that we have, the control of that partnership. And that's not, with nefarious intentions. It's just to protect what we have built, and we would never want to get in a situation that could potentially harm EMP. But we absolutely will promote partnerships that are beneficial to EMP. And today was a perfect example with Alpha Shares. Again, it's a no-lose situation. We're still getting the 5% royalty, and we have a lot more support from them on the marketing side using our NFTs over there. This partnership coming later this week is also really bullish. Again, we want to drive a lot of volume. I'm not ready to say who it is yet, but it's a name that you all will recognize in the space, and it will add a lot of buying pressure on both eShare and EMP without really bringing in any new capital. It's simply utilizing the positions that you already have. So that is really exciting for again future partnerships and future updates. So all right, I think that is really it. I have an awesome AMA with a private group at 8 p.m. So I do have to cut it short a little bit early. Shout out to Silverback Gorilla. I'll be in his private group tonight talking about the overall market and what is shaping up to be for the new year. So, and on that note, again, we have seen a bit of a relief. I'd love to see Bitcoin closing above the moving average. So that looks really good. Again, I'm not a chart guy, but I do take to again, I'm a data guy, so I take market sentiment into consideration. I take some chart analytics into consideration, but really,
And grandma's buying advice into consideration.
exactly,
Just tell
bro.
everybody.
Yeah, man. No, but that's true, bro. I mean, we see it even on crypto Twitter as well. Like people are starting to get excited again, and you know, market sentiment drives the market more so than any TA, in my opinion. So, yeah, I mean, we're hopefully. I don't think we're in a full blown bull market by any means. I think we're gonna see this range for maybe even another year. Who knows? But at least we're not going to be going down, you know, a lot more. Maybe we are. Who knows? But I think for right now, we're in an accumulation stage, and that is good news for all of us that have stuck it out over this brutal crypto winter. So, Bull, how about you? I know you've been turning me on to a lot of great YouTube videos
Yeah.
on chart guys because I'm not a chart guy. But yeah, what are your
Yeah.
thoughts? We'll wrap it up with that. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, sure. No, I think the like the supermarket analogy, right? It's good to zoom in, but it's better to zoom out and take everything into like context and look at the macro condition. And now one of the guys I watch, he doesn't quite put it this way, but like I wholeheartedly agree with this idea that even though the conditions are different, like IRL, like, the thing in Ukraine, supply chain problems, inflation, et cetera, blah, 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 blah. Fear is fear. And so it doesn't matter if it's 2010, 2015. Now, there is no way to quantify the difference in fear. Well, there is, but in general, like people aren't that analytical. They're afraid, they sell. If they're happy, they buy. And trends are trends and macro conditions are macro conditions. You can find what you want. And where you've always heard me say, like, I don't give a squirt about charts on smaller projects because I don't. All the information you want to find is in the Telegram or in their Discord. And so, but on these bigger projects and to see how the market is on a whole, yeah, like you need to have data. You need to be looking at, that TA and see trends, downtrends, uptrends, etc. And in crypto, I think everybody is really aware that that hype really drives a lot of this, but there is a lot more deeper like analysis that goes along with that in terms of the way people are can get liquidated, etc., and what type of impact that has on the market. But yeah, me personally, not financial advice. I think we're in a sideways accumulation. I think we're going to see an uptrend, over this year. How much, is, up for speculation, but I think we're going to see positive uptrend. That doesn't mean that it's going to be a straight line up, that in an uptrend, but overall, we're going to see peaks and valleys, and the people that are able to take advantage of that are going to be able to add to their stack. The people that are disconnected and listening to, hype, and making, poor decisions are the people that are going to be buying on the top, selling on the bottom. But the beautiful thing here is that we can, cut through the noise. We can earn day to day, having exposure to ETH, to BNB. And also, that doesn't, exclude us from, finding like where those tops are, et cetera, and where those bottoms are. And, if you can, DCAing in, getting rid of other projects that you have that are underperforming, not just because it's a bear market, because they've underperformed, because a lot of cycles are driven by particular interest, like right now, for instance, the hype is AI. So look for AI based projects. That doesn't mean everyone's going to succeed. Most will fail, but you have to find, like what those keywords are that everybody's looking for. What are those articles about? And, in doing that, you're going to, probably find a couple gems. You're going to find, you'll probably find a bunch of losers too. But the point is that you're never going to be able to see with perfect clarity by putting your face against the glass. You have to step back a lot and look and see, take everything into context and say, okay, cool. Not wishing, that, oh, I hope this is going to turn out, and then just kind of investing blindly, but really taking, a broader look and a more like analytical approach, and removing emotion from it and seeing those things that you did wrong in the past, fixing those, and then, making those proper decisions based on the proper tools, the proper methodology, and making sure that you've completely removed emotion from it. Not to the sense that you don't ever look at emotion, because, we want to look at that, of course, as a tool, right? The fear and greed index, and see, what, and we broke, I think we're maybe in around 50 on the fear and greed index. And so we've really shot up and broke that downtrend. But the point is you don't have to be emotional, but being aware of how other people's emotions are will key you into, like that market sentiment. And, like AJ says, when his grandma is asking him about buying Bitcoin, that's when it's time to sell.
Yes, absolutely, Bill. And shout out to Grandma for sure. But no, and we've seen it time and time again. No matter how many people on crypto Twitter want to say they called the bottom or they called the top, it always happens after the fact. And who knows? Maybe we have seen the bottom, and we don't know that for another year. But all of us are saying, man, I wish I was buying ETH at 1500, or I wish I was buying BNB at 300, or I wish I was buying EMP at 12 cents, and again, that's not a call to invest. It's simply just stating the facts on how these cycles play out over and over and over again. So I think that
Well, one last thing.
yeah, for sure, man.
So when we reach peg, how much, what's the discount for buying ETH right now when you buy EMP?
Yeah, no,
when
I think pay right now, the price of with the price of ETH at what it is like 40 cents. So what? That's like a 5x from here. Yeah, it's substantial for sure. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Bull. Was that what you were saying?
Oh yeah. That was it. Yeah, like there's a gain to be made, right? And so if you believe in the protocol, and you want exposure to ETH, and you want to buy cheap ETH right now, there's your vehicle.
Yep, 100%. And again, we still have massive liquidity